You go to a Power Query editor screen.
It's from, I think, Power BI desktop. First, we need to go into there,
Okay.
and from there, but I basically data and connection, there is another way from where you can go. Power this data and then query and connection. But yeah, if you open the Power Query desktop, then probably I can see.
No, she's already opened the Power BI desktop.
Okay, so currently I'm seeing that something is
Yes.
opening Power BI desktop.
Yeah, yeah. I just open and keep the same.
Okay.
In the Power BI desktop, we must click transform data to open the editor.
So under home or some, you just go there. Then we have this transform,
Home.
Yeah.
Here it is.
and then transform data and just go to the drop down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Fantastic. Thanks, Joyce and Sakit.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is a place where you'll see the Power Query editor. Um, so Lisa, where is your file that you have practiced?
This is here it is. I just before I have opened that one only, I think so.
हाँ ठीक है तो do one thing. So close everything and then just open the file where you have practiced. Show me the file where you have
This
practiced.
is day one.
Huh. Just open the Devon file. Open. Go to the Power Query. No, no, no. Wait, wait. Yeah, I think
Oh,
you already have opened. See, you already have opened. Uh, yeah, you're opening the same file twice or thrice.
yeah. So up to this I have done.
Correct. Go to the Power Query editor screen from here. That is what I'm asking you.
From here I have to go to.
So
So I'm not
just
able to.
go to
Yeah.
the report. Go to the home tab on the top.
Okay.
Click on the transform data.
Achha. Okay.
Now
Ah,
tell me.
exactly. Yeah. See, already here some formulas are there in the bar, formula bar. So if I add a column, so while adding the column, we have to give the same equal to, and we have to name the column everything. So in case we have to do these things also, do anywhere necessary of creating all the formulas. ऐसा भी हो सकता है क्या कि एक एक कॉलम का भी हमको कुछ फॉर्मूला डाल के हमको क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा क्या?
नहीं इस एक्टिविटी में जो
Sorry,
कंटेंट
Joy doesn't know Hindi. Sorry, sorry.
said, right? So this for this activity alone, what we have done, the requirement is such that we need to add a continent column. Okay, so that's the reason why we have just added a particular column, and within that we have given a name. Now the formula bar will indicate you, okay, what are the steps that you have done. So for example, if you on the applied step, you have source, navigation, promoted header, and you also have added custom. So when you touch base any one of the particular step, then what happens? You will see automatically in the formula bar, it will reflect as a formula. For instance, you will see the same thing in a different view also. Go to the view tab on the top, right? Under the view tab, there is an advanced group. There you are, there you will see an option called advanced options, sorry, advanced editor. So click on that, right? So you see this particular data. This is your entire data table right now, as of now, entire data table that is in the form of an SQL editor.
Okay.
Guys, just be on 2 minutes, be online, okay? I need to get the charger. I'm actually running late today, so just give me 2 minutes. Bear with me.
Sure, no worries.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Um, yes. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay. One, this comes as a Power Query editor. Sorry. In this method, what you're going to witness is the SQL design. Okay. So you can see the table that you're working on in an SQL method. So this is one way. So once you cancel, again on the applied step, each one of the step that you are working on will be notified into the formula bar. So it just tells you what you have done. Okay. Are you clear about what, I mean, is it clear or you still have something else in your mind?
No, no, when we'll start to work out, then may the questions may appear, I think. So now it's clear.
Okay, all right. So any other questions you have? You said you have few more questions.
Yeah. Great.
Wow.
There is some difference in the name
Okay.
changing, country code, currency of fact when we'll go and make a, what is it? When we upload it, the name changes, no? Why it happens?
Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm reading your question. So the
Okay.
formula
Yeah,
per
please
auto,
explain
or
for
should
my
we
understanding that question is.
formula per auto, or should we have to create? Okay, you don't need to create the formula bar separately or do anything. The moment once you do any applied step, formula bar gets updated and the editor screen also gets updated. Okay, it's just that you're actioning a certain step. That's it.
Okay.
Power Power BI will help you in terms of, as I told you, this is a kind of a macro recorder. So it will record your step and that
Okay.
will always be shown everywhere.
Fine.
Why there is something, why there is some difference in the name changing, country code, currency, fact table. Let us know the difference. Right. So what I understand from your question is when you are loading a file from Excel called, let's say, the country code or currency converter. Okay. So for you, the file name says currency converter, but within the currency converter, there is a sheet called currency. So the moment once you are loading the file, it is picking up the sheet name. It is not picking up the file name. So that's the reason why, although the file name says fact table, in your data, once you have loaded the file, it shows KPI. Is that what your question is?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Right. So now you got the answer. Now you understand.
Yeah. Yeah, yes.
Right. It is not about the file name. It is all about the sheet that you are
Uh,
choosing within that particular file. The sheet name appears here.
yeah.
Okay. Let's say if there is a duplicate table, for instance, if there is a duplicate sheet name like that, what is the, I mean, in an instance where there is a different sheet name, let's say fact table have the same sheet name and you are loading another file, which wherein even the same sheet name also have KP. What will happen in that case? That
That's it.
that there is nothing that is going to happen. Uh, it will create a duplicate. Let's say, for example, uh, the table might say current in the currency. Let's say, for example, in the previous table, it says currency one in the next table. That's it. So it is again up to you. How do you rename it to make sure that you identify that particular thing? Okay, this is what the currency name, I mean, this sheet name mean, right? So it depends upon you how you can rename the file.
Okay.
After
And
deleting, yeah, sorry.
after deleting the blank rows and duplicate rows, why we have to give apply later?
Uh, See, basically there is no connectivity between removing blank rows, duplicate row, and apply later. There is no connectivity in this.
Mm.
So the question, what do you need to understand is why do we are using apply later?
Now, while saving the file, no, we have to give a apply later. She's asking that one.
Yeah, that's where I understood. So I'm giving the answer in the on that behalf.
Okay.
So when you give a control S on the Power BI, remember this very carefully, all three of you. Whenever you are working on the Power Query editor screen, okay. Once again, I repeat, when you are working on the Power Query editor screen, and when you give control S, it will always ask you apply later. Okay. Apply का मतलब होता है what does apply does mean in the moment once you click on the apply, it will save the file and it is going to take you back to the Power BI screen where you can create your visuals. Okay. Now, if you click on apply later, it doesn't take you to the Power BI screen. However, it will save the file and it will stay back onto the Power Query editor. So now it is up to you who decide either you are finished the job and you want to take this data back to your Power BI screen and start creating a visual, or no, I'm not yet done. I'm still yet to do some changes on the Power Query editor. So I'm going to stay back. So I choose apply later. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes, clear.
Yeah. It's clear. And fourth question is I have done, no need to explain that I have done that linking. Now we can,
Factory master appended table. Okay. You mean to say merging query or appending
yeah,
query?
merging inquiry. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Um,
Just one question regarding the saving the file. Like you mentioned that apply or apply later. In Power Query Editor, generally, when we do this like load and close, so that is also saving the file in a way.
Close and load is not a saving the file. It is just close and load gives you an understanding where it will take you to the Power BI screen. That's it.
But it's not saving the file. That's what you mean.
No, it's not saving the file. It is close and load is only taking you to another screen, which is the main screen. That's it. It's not a saving of the file.
Okay, okay. But I thought
Right?
that it's a saving as well. When
No,
we are,
it's not a saving.
no.
It's not a
Okay.
saving.
Okay.
Maybe my bad if I didn't tell you about it. No, but it is not the same thing. Okay. Anyways, when you choose, it will Power Query. I mean, sorry, Power BI will automatically check with you the options. Like if you haven't saved the file, it will check with you. In the cases where you are doing close and apply later, all this kind of changes. So better you do a control S. You can take a call either you want to take it apply or apply later. That's fine. Nothing is going to change anything even if you go to apply or apply later. At any stage you can give. The only thing why I have told you not to do that, because so that I want to take you through a flow. Suppose if I ask you to change from Power Query Editor screen to Power BI, Power BI to Power Query Editor, every minute you will get frustrated. ये क्या है Power BI? Why we have to do like this? So we have to go in a flow. So that's the reason why uh, picture abhi baki hai. That is what we wanted to say. Okay, don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, then from my side, I'm done. My questions are
Okay,
over.
all right. So let's do one thing. What is the last thing that we have done till, I mean, in the last week? What's the last thing we have done? Cardinality, have we spoken about the cardinality? Like the relationships, I meant. Have we spoken about one-to-one
Yes.
relationship,
Yes,
one-to-many
we have.
We have
relationship?
started. Yeah.
We have
Right,
started.
good.
3 relationships we have created.
Three,
3 tables we connected.
we connected 3 tables, but ideally we have done, right? So you guys are good about the cardinality. So ideally the relationship is nothing but it's called cardinality in Power BI. That's the terminology that we use. Cardinality is a terminology we use in Power BI. So you're clear about this, everyone? Any questions so far on the one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, many-to-one?
No,
No, it's clear.
it's clear.
Okay. Okay.
I just
If
want to
this,
understand, just give one sort of like many to many. When we say many to many
huh,
in this
okay.
context, like Asia, Europe seat. So suppose we have seen like one to many, but many to many, I just thinking that which field we have discussed about many to many.
Thank you, Saket. I'm about to come to the same point right now. So for that, I'm just trying to refer
Sure.
uh, the file that we did the last week. Okay, I'm just opening the file. All right. So before we start the session, what I want you guys to do, open the file, the Power BI file that you already have opened. If you already have opened the day one file. Now give a save as, go to the file and then click on the save as and save the file with the name day2 so that you will have uh, and a better understanding about what you have learned on day one and day two. Save the file and go ahead, save the file as day two. Joyce, you are from which location?
She is from
From
Tamil
Trichy.
Nadu. Trichy.
Tamil Nadu, Trichy.
வணக்கம் ஜாய்ஸ், நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா?
வணக்கம். நல்லா இருக்கேன். நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
சூப்பர். உங்களுக்கு உங்களுக்கு ஹிந்தி தெரியாதா?
ஆமா தெரியாது, சாரி.
சோ சேட். கத்துக்கணுங்க.
Shaket, you speak Tamil?
சாரி?
Shaket, speak Tamil?
No, Saket, I don't think Saket
I
speak
just
a bit
understand
Hindi.
like எப்படி இருக்கீங்க நல்லா இருக்க all this
Fine.
because I spent around some time in Chennai while audit.
Acha.
So little bit I understand. I spent 3.5 years in Hyderabad, so I understand little bit Telugu as well. But now I'm in Pune, so I understand little bit Marathi as well. But
Okay.
nothing completely.
But
I
you're
understand
from which
fully
place?
Bengali because
Oh,
my native is Rajasthan, but I born and brought up in Calcutta. But after
Oh,
that, I
Bengali.
in India I roamed around few places.
and
Ah, very nice.
Shaket, in the same name, I had a SAP trainer. He is also from Bengali, but basically from Rajasthan.
Yeah.
Links. I hope you are not the same Shaket.
No, no.
Very, very much. Very coincidence.
Because we Tamil people are, we have a very good strength here. If you know Tamil, we would have continued the class with our own language.
No,
No,
I
I
know because
won't be able to follow.
no, I speak Tamil and I know Marathi a bit, not so much. I can
Mm.
understand, but I'm learning Marathi now. So
Okay.
Malayalam,
Okay.
I'll talk. Telugu is that's my mother tongue. Hindi
Okay.
to normal tongue.
So you are from
I'm from Andhra.
Andhra. Okay. Okay.
Even I have the same thing. Like I keep roaming around South
Uh,
India more. So I have learned all the languages as much as I can.
good. Good.
Great, that is the same here. Being a army man's daughter, and still I'm roaming.
So sweet. So nice. Okay. So you guys have saved the file to data. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you have saved the file to day two, okay, let me check this. I just wanted to check till what we have done. How many queries that we have done on the consolidated? We have loaded the files from country master, USD converter, and we also have loaded the data from KPA. But did we do anything else on the consolidated table? Okay, Saket
No,
or
no,
Joyce.
no, Shikant. We didn't do anything.
So how many columns of data that you see on the consolidated table?
11.
Okay, so which means I guess we stopped um, only after consolidation. So we have done only the appended query and post which we have loaded the data, and we were talking about the cardinality. This is what we were doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's fantastic. So now let's do one thing. Now let's look at the other bit, what you are looking. S- So today what you guys are going to learn. Okay, you guys can share the screen. Okay, let's go with Lisa.
Yes.
Yeah, Lisa, share your screen. So we
Yeah.
will do the activity on your screen.
Yeah. Sure. So just sharing. Guys, I'm very much slow in learning, so please
Even don't worry about it. But we are in a good stage today. So be proud about what you are. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Right. Go to the go to the transform type data. So you will go to the Power Query Editor screen directly. So Saket, we will learn about many to many relationship, and but anyways, you will also see when you do the many to many relationship, like what are the different things you might observe in that. Okay, something interesting. All right.
Hello.
So yes, Saket. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello. Am I audible?
Okay. Yes,
Can you
Saket.
hear?
Now you're
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I don't know, but my system is taking a little bit time when muting and unmuting. So when I'm speaking, it's showing unmute and then okay.
okay. No problem. No problem at all. All right. So let's start with this now. Um, so you have loaded the data. You have loaded the data from Country Master using Country Master data table.
Yes. You're not audible.
I mean, click on the country. No, no. Click on the Country Master data table.
Country master table.
On the left-hand side query, you see the Country Master table, right?
Yes, I'm just searching that only.
Lisa, left-hand
Yes.
side, there is a
Yeah. Query.
query. Right now, do you see Zomato Asia, Zomato Africa?
So third
Yes.
last,
Yes.
basically.
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
Third
Sorry.
last.
Yeah. And you need a third country master. Yeah.
So click on the Country Master tab.
Okay.
Yes. Have you clicked on that?
Yeah, I have clicked and just
Okay. You guys were able to see her screen. I could not able to see anything on that. That's fine.
here I have just removed the blank rows and duplicate rows yesterday.
Yeah, that's okay. Now my question is like, are you able to see the same thing on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Joyce and
Yes. Yes.
Saket.
Yes,
Yes.
Shrikant, I
Okay.
can see.
Then I think it's my problem then. I think something is not working. Just a minute.
Shall I repeat the sharing once again? Shall I share the screen once again?
Yes, yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. Now everybody can see.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you have got the country master, also got master and KPI. So what we need to do is, as a today's agenda, in append one table, do you have the country names in append one table just above that? On the left hand side, under the queries,
Okay.
you see the append one table, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
As an output,
Yes.
right? Once you double click on that append one table, do you have the country names here?
Country code, city. No. Continue. No.
Right. So now the target is let's first bring the country names in this section. Right. So to do this activity, for instance, if I give you the same database, like append one table and country master table in an Excel file, and ask you, can you guys bring the country name in the append one table from the country master? So what will be your action?
It is a Excel. I can do the VLOOKUPs.
Right. So you can do the VLOOKUP, correct? In VLOOKUP, how do you do the action? Just tell me, not the complete formula, but how, how do you
VLOOK.
do it?
I'll take the. I'll go to the separate column and I'll give the
Mm,
VLOOKUP with the common. If restaurant ID it's available here with the same sheet, or I'll just check it out with the same sheet. What the uh, columns are. What is it? Same columns are there. I'll put the VLOOKUP with that and bring the column
right.
here.
Correct. Fantastic. Now, what is the common column that is between country master and append one table?
Restaurant ID.
Is it
Country master. No, it is country master.
Country code.
country code? Correct.
Yeah, yeah, country code. Yes.
Right. So this is what we are going to do. Okay. However, again, can we write a VLOOKUP formula in Power BI? It's straight question. No, we cannot write a VLOOKUP formula directly. So what else we can do here? We can just do a merging query. Okay. So far what you have learned is appending query. In appending query, what you guys have done is you have created a consolidated data. That is what you have done. Okay. But this time you are going to do something called the merge query. So how do you do the merge query option? For this, there are two things. If you remember the manage relationship tables that I have spoken last week, okay? Like from table and to table. So that is the same concept. So how do we perform this is very simple. Um, First thing, what is your target? You need to bring the country name. That's your target. Okay. So where you need to bring that in, where you need to bring the country master, sorry, where you need to bring the country names, in which table that you need to do?
In the appendant one.
Right, in append one table. So for that, the very first thing, think in your minds first, where you need to bring the table, where you need to bring the data. So you need to bring the data into the append one. From where? From the country master table. So now you already have selected the append one table. So do you see that home tab on the top?
Yeah,
On the home tab, look for the combined group.
combined group.
You need to keep move to the right hand side. So when I say combined group, you need to look for the combined group name.
Yeah, that only yeah, it is combined file is there.
Right. No, no. I only asked for combined group. In the combined group, you see an option called merge queries.
Yes.
Right. So click on the merge query.
Merge query, okay.
Yet select that.
Selected.
Right. So for a moment, let me again explain this. Last week you have done the append query. But when you do the append query, under the drop down, you have two options, append query and append query as new. So last week we have done the append query as new, and I have already explained what is going to happen if you click on append and if you click on append query as new. So when you click on append query as new, it is altogether creating a new query table. Okay. But in merge query, we are not doing merge query as new. We are doing merge query because I don't want again a separate table to be created for the merge query. So we just need to rely on the merge query only. Okay. Now the moment once you click on the merge query, and since we already decided that append one, in the append one, we need to do the query. You can observe that there is a new box which is open called merge. Within that, on the first thing, what you are going to see is the append one. So remember, if you want, you can make a note anywhere. Okay. But this point is very clear. Okay. Make a notes of it if you want. When you are doing a merge query, always your from table should be, sorry, always your to table should be on the top, from table should be below. You understand what I'm saying? While doing a merge query, I'm just writing a point here so that you will keep it. I mean, okay, while doing a merge query,
So you mean to say that from data should be above and to data should be below, right?
no, reverse. That should be reverse. That's what I'm saying. From table will be on the top. Sorry,
Yeah. So
two
from
table.
table,
Sorry. Two table will be on the top.
two means where we are pulling.
Bringing the, where we are
Yes.
adding the column is a two table.
Yeah.
That is,
Mm,
appendant table is the two table, and country master is the from table.
right. That's correct. So you look at the chat window. I just put it on the chat window also. While doing a merge query, remember always. Okay. Two table will be on the top and from table will be below. Okay. Now, based on that, what we are saying, append one is already on the top, which is perfect. That is the two table. Now, from where we need to bring the table from? From the country master. So select the country master below.
From here or my screen is not shared.
No, it
It's
is.
shared now.
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Yeah, I have just opened the country master.
Right. Sakit, you also have done the same thing. Sakit and Lisa.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So from here, the journey will be much more peaceful. Okay. What is the common identifier between append one and country master, like you said?
Country code.
Country code.
Now what you need to do is select the country code on the top, right? Now select the country code below.
Is to perform.
All right. So once you have done that, do you see the option below what it says?
The selection match 9550 to 9550 rows from the first table.
Perfect. Saket and Lisa, can you also tell me the same number, or do you see 9551?
No, I got the
Yeah.
same number.
Okay. How about you, Saket?
Same.
Same. Okay, maybe I think if you have a problem with the mic, maybe you can put me on the chat. Okay, so for now, click on OK. So the moment you click on OK, what happens on your append1 table, you will see that there is a new column added called country master, and it is not yet
Updated.
completely it is not yet completely open. However, it is now just linked between the country master and append1. There is a link created. Okay. So now, do you see against the country master column, there is a filter with a bidirectional arrow?
Yes.
Click on that. Now what happens the moment once you click on this, you can see there are two columns. So in fact, your country master, the original country master table have only two columns in it. So it is popping up all the two columns here. Now what do we have in append1 table? We already have the country code. So we don't need to again bring the country code. So uncheck that and we need to bring the country. So select that and then click OK.
It is already selected, no?
It is already in the selection mode. So just click on OK. Now, do you see the country names are popped up here everywhere?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Rather than we look up, it is some easy task. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you feel it is easier. So you will also feel how best it is in terms of um, what do you say, like in terms of again bringing up more number of data, you will feel the same thing. Okay. So now do you
I
understood the,
have one more doubt in this.
okay,
While doing VLOOKUPs, we'll get, for example, if I go with the name, if here in the continent, here comes Asia. If it is some other continent and the country doesn't match with the continent, what will happen in that case?
it will give you a null value.
Acha, NA hash NA as the
Yes.
Excel gives. Okay.
Yes. Not hash any, it just tells you null. That's all.
Done. Okay. So we'll have that green till green color. There will be something other color it will show. Error type.
No, it doesn't show any error or anything. It will just show you the null value. That's all.
Okay, fine. Okay.
All right. So
Yes.
you feel that this is, I mean, this is easier.
Yeah. Comparatively.
Okay. All right. If you are thinking that this is easier, now let's do one more activity. Okay.
Mm.
Um, just look at the KPIs table. Look at the KPI table on the left hand side. Other queries, you have the KPIs also, right? Select the KPI table, right? Now, what is the common point between KPI and the append1 table?
Restaurant
Restaurant
ID.
ID.
Right. So now based on what you have learned, can you also give a try by bringing all the columns from the KPI table apart from the restaurant ID? So how many columns you have got here? Um, Apart from the restaurant ID, you will have nine more
Nine
columns.
columns. Yeah.
So bring all the nine columns into the append1 table. So how do you do that? Just give a try and then see if you can able to do that.
Okay. That is to up. I have to break. I have to take to appendant column.
Right. You have to put it into the append1 table from the KPI table. Okay. All the remaining nine columns. So
Okay.
give it a try. I'm doing it in my screen, so I will not be able to look at that. So you finish this and I'll look into that. And think while you're doing, okay?
Yes. 21 columns will add if I do.
It
There
will
will be
add,
21.
yeah, it will add, it will not add 21
No,
columns.
no, it will be 21 columns.
I don't believe 21 columns it should be somewhere around 20, I guess.
No, because we have the restaurant ID, no? So I have just filtered. I removed restaurant ID and I gave okay to another other than the columns.
Okay, so no problem. If that is the case, let me just do it. Right, you're right. 21 columns. Yeah.
Done.
So now this is, you think this is much more easier? Uh,
Yeah, because very much. If I go to VLOOKUP, I have to change all the columns number, everything, and then I have to copy paste everything I have to do. This is easier than that.
well, I hope then you have learned something new and better.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, Saket, can you also confirm that you were able to do it? Joyce and Saket, both?
Yes, it's done.
Yeah, Saket, you can drop me a message. It's okay. You don't need to speak more. But I'm actually waiting for your message, Saket, so that we can go to the next step. All right, that's good. Thank you so much for confirming. So we have got all the information. Now that what we are going to do, now what your expertise is about, you are able to bring the data from the other tables using the merge query. Okay. Now, let's make the last attempt of bringing one more information. Then we will, and I mean, with that, we'll have all the data in the append one table. So let's just do the next step. Now, identify and tell me what is the common points that you see between append one and the USD converter.
Continent,
Okay.
currency, I own. Yeah, currency also we have taken. No. नहीं currency नहीं country को लिया है. It's only continent.
Okay. Now, if I ask you the reason what is happening on the append one table, if you observe the data, so if you keep moving to the right hand side a bit, okay, just keep moving. I'll tell you where to stop. Right. Stop here. What is happening? You can see on the screen right now on the screen where you can see the KPI's average cost for two and then KPI currency. So you have got two columns, correct? So now that what happened is we have local currency given for each of the restaurant. Now we can't report the same thing as a statistics out to the people, right? Because when you are showing the data, it is little confusing to the people, like which kind of currency that we are talking about, what is the currency we are talking about. So our target is, can we have something like Do you say like when can we have something a common currency across the world? What is a common currency that we see across the world?
Dollars.
Right. So that is one of the reason where you have the USD converter table. In the USD converter table, we have given a currency converter value. So what is the currency value that needs to be used for converting the currency? Okay. So till then, that is what the task is. Now our target is to bring the currency converter value into the append one table. So how do you do it?
We have to take the continent as a base, and we can merge with the continent.
Okay. So what do you think, Joyce? Continent?
Yes, I do think the same thing.
Okay.
Based
Go
on
ahead.
the continent, the
Right.
currency.
Go ahead and bring the data like the same thing, whatever you have done on the merge query.
Selection matches 7 only 701 is matching with the 9550.
Hmm. So sad.
Yeah. So there will be so many nulls.
Hmm?
Giving okay. Let us see.
So with the continent, it is not being happening, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else that you can try with?
The same currency, but it doesn't match with that, no?
Why it doesn't match? What is wrong with that? Try,
I'll
give it
just
try and then see.
yeah. Yes. 9550, 9550. It match with that. Yeah. Done.
Okay. How about you, Joyce? You are able to see the result?
Please wait, just doing.
How to delete this USD converter table?
Delete
Call.
the merge, delete the merged query two step.
No, I'm not getting you.
On the applied steps, in the applied step, you have the merged query two, right?
Yes.
Delete that step.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, it's perfect now.
Okay. So Joyce, you're also done.
Yes, yes, it's done.
Okay. So this time, what I will say, right? So when you are doing this method, okay, probably since I know the data very well and I'm so good about it, or in fact, I would think in different ways. I would say that you guys have missed, something in the while doing this merge query step. You guys have done small thing wrong. There's a tiny thing that you guys have missed this time. Can you think
This
anything?
time, in the sense, while merging USD and up in
Okay.
one table, are you mentioning that?
Okay.
The
Uh,
last table, are you saying?
go to the USD converter. Right. Now you think about this. Okay. Again, once again, I'll give you 2 minutes. Think about it. Sit and think up. Which column that you have used to do the merge query this time?
Currency.
Right. So in currency, do you see something abnormal, or do you what something interesting?
$2, three.
Is it the data type?
Something else?
Continents are matching with the currency here.
No, no. The come out of that mindset. Like continents are matching. वो सब नहीं है.
Ah,
सिर्फ currency का column देखो. Do you see something? Do you see anything? Any tiny thing also you can tell me. Anything do you see here?
no, I'm not.
Lisa? Sorry,
Yeah,
Joyce?
Maybe the abbreviation for each currency is given in the
Abbreviation
bracket.
for abbreviation for each currency.
That is a for rand. It is given as a R in the bracket. Not sure
Anything
if it's
else? Anything else? Come on, you can.
any hints?
That's it. Just in the currency column, you don't see anything else. Top to bottom, you just have 14 lines of data. Within the 14 lines of data, you didn't observe anything. अरे इतना जरूरत नहीं, बस डेटा को देखो, बस इतना ही बोल रहा हूँ मैं, डेटा को देख के पता ना.
Even I am not very much sure with the observation words, and also I can't even think about it. I know the sign of dollar and rupees. That's all. Rupees RS. That is wrong. I
ठीक है.
can only tell that.
नहीं
Other
नहीं
than
ठीक.
that, I'm not getting.
ठीक है, leave it. I understand. No, no, that's fine. Do you see that dollar is repeated 2 times?
Yeah, three times it is repeated.
So that is what at least I'm asking. Like I'm expecting
But
at
I
least
said
you
you
will see the data and tell me.
starting itself. I said two times of dollar is there.
Okay, my bad. I didn't hear then.
Oh,
You didn't go that much deeper. You should have repeated. That's what I have told you. Any tiny thing you can tell me.
okay, okay.
Sorry. Okay, now you have got the dollar symbol. That is absolutely fine. If you do the same activity in VLOOKUP in Excel, when you have a data like this, so you are using the currency as your column lookup value. Which value will that pick up?
The more
Huh?
number of value it will pick up.
More number of people. Okay.
And that is, yeah. it will it will take dollar first.
Have you ever experimented?
No, I have
Okay.
not.
Okay.
If we do the VLOOKUP, the same value will come there. It will
Mhm.
not take a more number of say repeated name. It will not. The same data will come.
Yeah. Correct. But it's not like more number of data. It's something like what you say.
Mm.
For instance, uh, when the dollar is repeated twice, okay,
Mm.
it will take the very first instance,
Mhm.
not the second and third. But the second and third here right now, dollar says 1 rupee, which is absolutely okay.
Okay.
But if there is another dollar value for another continent altogether, then your VLOOKUP go wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Suppose in the third row, the dollar is 1. The
Mm, yeah.
second and the 11th row, the dollar is 1.5 or 1.6.
Oh. Okay.
And the 12th row, if it is 2, then what your expectation is like wherever it says Oceania, for that, the dollar will reflect as 1, not as 2. Because when you do the VLOOKUP, it will take the very first instance, not the second instance.
Yes. Correct.
Excuse,
$2 will
excuse
be hash NA.
me. Right. Then what is the point? Like, how did you rely on a currency column that it is perfectly all right? What does your VLOOKUP say? Your VLOOKUP say exactly that you need to have a unique value, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you want to have a VLOOKUP value, you need to have I mean, when you do the VLOOKUP value, you need to have the unique value. So how do you say that your currency is a unique value here?
Mm. We can't tell that.
Now, go back to the continent column. So can you say continent is a duplicate, continent has a unique value?
No. Here also we have so many repeated names.
Asia and Oceania, we have repeated.
Okay. Now, can you think of something else here? How do we make, then how do you ensure that the continent and Oceania, let's say the continent and the currency, both of them, right? So should get the value in a proper way, like whatever we have denoted. So what do you think of the other way that we can make it? Okay, how do we make, then how do we ensure to create a unique value?
We must consider both the columns as the reference.
Same reference.
Right. You must
That is
consider both the columns as a reference. So
um,
if you need to consider, how do you do the consideration? Like how do you do that? Usually in Excel, what do you do?
In Excel, we used to keep the. No, I have not done this.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Um, so Joyce, have you done this earlier? And anything else that you can think about?
no, no idea.
Idea. Okay.
We
Have you
used
heard
to
about?
enter
Uh,
it. Yeah, yeah. Please tell me, Shrikant.
no, no. Tell. Go ahead. Go ahead. If I get an answer, I'll tell you. That's a good point. Tell me.
We
Lisa?
can filter it out, but we can't change the currency number.
Hmm.
Even
So so you didn't, so for anything, if you want to get the answer, you will change the data itself automatically.
no,
Huh?
no, no, we can't do
Uh,
that.
mm. Now I understand. Your company is growing very high, right? In
Oh
terms
my
of
God.
values. Mm.
No, no, no. I'm
That,
not working with currency right now.
that's why then they didn't put you in finance department.
Thank God.
Mm. All right. So have you heard about concatenation?
Yeah.
What does a concatenation do?
Merging three columns or rows or name without same
Right.
names.
So in order to create a unique value here in this table, what are the two columns that I can merge?
Continent and
Continent and currency.
Correct. So if I can merge the continent and currency, then which means if I concatenate both these two columns, I can create a unique value. So based on the unique value, then I can able to go and update the append one table. Correct. But again, do I need to have the same concatenated value in append one as well to not in order to get the value? You understand what I'm saying? USD converter, you guys are going to work on the continent and the currency. Till then, this is good. Clear, correct?
yes.
So you are creating the unique value in this particular table. But for append one table, how do you do the same thing? Like how do you get the data when you don't have this concatenated column?
Yeah.
So even in append one table also you need to do a concatenation value.
Yes.
Yes.
Same
Only then, right?
currency. This we have to do.
Only then you can able to merge both the tables, and then you can get the value out of it, which works perfectly.
Yes.
Right. So let's do one more thing. If you go to the append one table, double click on the append one table, right? Do you see on the applied step the last merged query that you have done, which is merged query 3? Maybe Joyce, for you it should have been merged query 2. On your applied steps, I'm saying.
Yes, yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Lisa madam,
Yeah. It's
applied steps எங்க இருக்கு?
applied steps. This
ஆமா,
is a
ஆமா. அதுல merged queries 3 இருக்கா?
okay. இருக்கு.
Double click on that. That's what I'm talking about. For Lisa, it will be merged queries 2. For you, it is merged query 3. Right. So what you are going to do here is very simple. Since Saket is also not there, I think his system, he lost access. Okay,
Yeah, he has pinged up in WhatsApp.
okay. Saket, anyways, you will also have to follow according to Joyce because I think it will also be a merge query too if you would have done perfectly. So this is for your note. Right. So now what you guys have to do is just follow this very carefully. This is not going to be a tedious task. It is again a very, very easiest and deadliest task, but you need to be little careful. Now on the top, do you see the continent column? Go and
Yes.
find out the continent column, right?
Yeah.
Just select the continent column on the top,
Okay.
right? And select the continent below.
Okay.
Now this is completed. Now hold the control button on the keyboard. Hold the control button on the keyboard and on the top, find out the currency column. Select and select the currency below. Hold the control key.
Yes.
What is that you found the difference here now? What is that you
That
can
one.
able to see?
701 only matches with 9550.
Uh, Statement वो तो देखा है. Column because but after the column, next to the column, do you see the numbers, the continent and currency?
Yes. Same.
You obs Do you observe numbers between the continent and the currency? against the
continent one,
right. So next to the continent there is 1. Next to the currency there is
2.
what does this indicate? This actually indicates that you have chosen 2 different columns as a lookup
Difference.
and you are matching 2 different columns. So you don't need to do any concatenation here. So you don't need to do a separate column like concatenate and then merge both the columns and then create a unique value. In Power BI, using the merge query, you have this beautiful option of selecting multiple columns like this, doing a multiple selection. So even the multiple selection will make a unique value in the backend. So right now you're matching continent to continent, currency to currency. And
Yeah.
that's one of the reason where you're going to see the results in a proper way. Now go and click on OK.
But the selection matches are not completely matching. No, it is.
I got
Uh,
9550
But
go
I
ahead.
got only,
matches with
7.
the rows. The same number I got. Is that correct? Correct, I think so.
Joyce is correct. Lisa have some problem.
Yeah, yeah, I had some problem.
Hmm.
I'll
Double
just,
click on the merge queries.
yeah, I'll double click here. See, I have selected continent and this.
Mhm.
And here also. This is the currency too. I'm correct or some other currency I have selected?
No, no, that is correct only. Now click on cancel. Okay. Listen to me properly, Lisa. I
Yeah,
found the mistake. What is the issue?
okay.
As I told you, again, this is just a learning. Okay. Don't
Okay.
take anything to heart, whatever I'm saying. Just take it as a learning. Whenever you do anything on the data sets or the database or anything, any application, you need to be really having an eye to detail on what you're doing. If you go to the Asia table, Zomato Asia table on the top,
Okay.
move to the right hand side. Okay. Or otherwise around you see on the formula bar, the last step
Yeah.
is already been applied. Do you see any problem there?
No.
हाँ? एशिया का स्पेलिंग क्या है?
अच्छा. ये सही के लिए ये उल्टा लिख दिया मैंने.
ऐसा एशिया को ऐसा बना दिया आप.
Yes. I.
Press enter. You have done that, right? Okay. Now go to your appendment table. Okay. Go to merge queries 3. Like double click on the merge query 3. Do the selection one more time. You can just select the continent first. Again, continent below. Just redo the task again. Hold the control button. Right. Wait. Just wait and watch.
Yes. 9550 955.
अब पता चला प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है.
हाँ अच्छा. नहीं कल मैं भूल गई उसको ठीक करने के लिए. जॉय ने भी बोला था ठीक कर दो, मैं भूल गई.
ठीक है, अच्छा हुआ. और नेक्स्ट स्टेप एक्सपेंडेड यूएसडी कन्वर्टर 1 में जाके क्लिक करना है. यू विल सी द रिजल्ट्स कंप्लीटली परफेक्ट. Go to the next step. No, 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 no. On the applied steps, click on the next one. You already have done everything. It's just that you
Okay.
did an adjustment. Click on that. Yeah, that's where you will see the results. Haha. Please double click on this, madam. The last step, applied step.
Here only, no?
Yeah, double click on that. Our target is to bring the USD, not the currency. आपने उल्टा किया. Click OK. Now, do you have got all the values?
Yes.
22 columns you have got, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I got.
All right. Now, do you understand how we are doing the multiple queries?
Yes.
On the merge query, what did you see? You saw one-to-one relationship. Now, what you have also done is you are giving multiple relationships. Do you understand this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it easier?
Yes.
Right. Now, also giving an answer to Saket, again, who is not online, but still, yes, the question that he asked, he wanted to say many-to-many relationship. Now, can you tell me what will be the relation between the USD converter and append table? What do you guys think? Is it a one-to-one relationship or one-to-many, many-to-one or many-to-many?
One to many, because appendant has so many columns available, which is
No, no. The question is from USD converter table to append one table, what will be the relationship? Think about it and tell me. From USD converter to append one table, what will be the relationship? One to one or one to many or many to one or many to many?
Is it many to many?
Why?
Because in USD converter, we have more than one values of Asia and Oceania,
Very good.
and it matches with that append one table, more than one.
Very good. Suppose, for example, again, you might ask me, Shrikant, you are saying many to many, but we have matched continent to continent, currency to currency. But when you are matching the values like this, like continent to continent, you are having duplicates in USD converter continent column. That's the one thing. Second thing, you also have the duplicate values in currency, correct? So although you make a one-to-one you're matching column to column here, it comes as a many to many. Suppose, for example, in USD converter, if you have created a separate column and concatenated currency and continent, then it becomes a unique value. And similarly, if you do the append one, in the append one also, similarly, you created a column by concatenating continent and currency. Then also it becomes a unique value. Then if you are creating or doing a merge relationship between those two concatenated columns, that relation becomes as
One to one.
one to many. Why one to one?
Yes, one to many. Yeah.
It's not, don't get
Yes.
confused, but think that's what you need to be on your fingertips of the cardinality. Okay. When you're on the fingertips of the cardinality, that's where you will get know more about how Power BI works. Do you agree that will become as a one-to-many relationship? Because in USD converter, you are creating a unique value by concatenating continent and currency. Then that column will have only the unique values. It will not have duplicates, correct? Then similarly, if you do the same thing on the append one table, it also becomes a unique, it also becomes another concatenated column, but it will have duplicate values, correct? So that's why it becomes one to many in that case. But in this
Can we do
case,
that?
what you have done, hmm?
Can we do that also and check?
Huh, do it. So first thing, go to the append one table. Not here. Let's do one thing. Click on close and apply for a moment.
save this?
Just wait, just wait. Let it load. Give time for it to load. Okay. See, since you have done wrong in the Asia and you have corrected it, now it is redirecting the Asia append one and USD converter. For Joy case, it will only be USD converter and append one table that gets loaded. All right. So now you tell me between the country master, sorry, not the country master, between append one table, click on the manage relationships box on the top. Right. So what you will do is click on the new. Right. So again, let me tell you here. When you do the merge query, what is that I have told? What table will be on the top?
The table where we have to bring the column.
Huh.
Two
Which is
tables
like
should be on the top.
two table will be on the top, from table will be below in merge query.
Yes.
In relationships, when you are using this method of creating a relationship, it will be reverse. So from will be on the top, two will be bottom. Got it? Let me do this. While doing a new relationship. No. Wait. Lisa, what
Yes.
you need to do is you need to select the currency, sorry, USD converter on the top.
Okay.
This is your from table and append one table. Now select the continent and continent like the same thing what you have done earlier. Select the continent. Right. And also select the currency by holding the, and wait. Before you do the, okay. Select the continent again. Just hold on. Don't do anything for a
Ah,
moment. For a moment. Read
yes.
the message down. What does it say?
This relationship has currently many
Many to many. Many to
Mm.
many relations.
Then this should only be used if it is expected that neither column contains a unique value. Now, do you say that it is saying a warning message that boss, you don't have the unique values? So does it say many to many relationship? On the cardinality down, do you see that it is many to many?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold the control button on the keyboard and then select the currency on the top and below. अरे रे रे
निकल रहा है मैं कंट्रोल
नहीं नहीं हो रहे ना
नहीं
हाँ
हो रहा.
हाँ
Select.
नहीं that is what it is, that's what I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
नहीं हो रहे ना, रिलेशनशिप में ऐसे नहीं होता है, that is what you need to learn. जब many to many relationship होता है ना, it will tell you a warning message, so that's the reason why you don't need to worry about that. Okay, now you can come out of this. Now you understand this is a many to many relationship for now, what Power BI is treating, as I told you.
Yes.
Cancel this. Now again close this, don't do anything, and simply go back to the transform data. Right. Now again, what is that you have we wanted to do? You can do it. Again, go to the USD converter. Now create a concatenated table. So how do you do a concatenated column? So not the table. You are going to click on the add column on the top. click on the custom column. You will find it in the general group, custom column.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you want to give a name, you can. Otherwise, you can just leave it. Just leave the custom like that below. Yeah. Now select the continent from the right hand side, available columns. नहीं available columns है ना right hand side में.
हाँ.
Double click on the continent column there.
Okay.
Now give a space. Give ampersand symbol or end symbol.
And is this?
And no, just put an end symbol.
Okay.
Right. Give space. And now select the currency. Now click OK. Now, do you see any duplicate values in the custom column? And tell me.
No.
Nothing. Correct?
No.
Go to append1 table. Now, similarly, what you have done, do the same thing here also. Click on add column, create a custom column, and then create a concatenate the continent and currency. Is equal to के बाद लिखना है, is equal to के पहले कोई नहीं लिखता है.
नहीं, उसके बाद अभी मैं टाइप करने से भी वो रिफ्लेक्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है, वो कल से ऐसे ही चल रहा है मेरा.
हाँ ठीक है, कभी कभी ऐसे ही होता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
अच्छा.
आप अभी यहाँ पे कॉन्टिनेंट को ढूंढ के कॉन्टिनेंट सेलेक्ट करना.
वहाँ पे नहीं आया देखिए.
हाँ,
और
it's okay. Now give space and
given space and currency.
and symbol. आपने दिया था and symbol.
दिया and भी दिया और स्पेस भी दिया है. Let us
Very
see.
good, very good. Double click on the KPI currency.
Token.
नहीं, हाँ, अभी आया. Now click on OK. Now last में आपको data already आ गया है यहाँ पे.
हाँ, आ गया. Yes, it came.
अभी merge queries करके देखो कि between this custom column.
Yeah, 9550.
एक्सपेंड का जरूरत नहीं, यहाँ पे अभी एक्सपेंड करने का जरूरत नहीं. आप सिर्फ ये कर सकते हैं कि सीधा क्लोज एंड अप्लाई में क्लिक करो.
Okay.
हाँ, अभी 1-2 मिनट टाइम दो. It will get automatically refreshed. Right, now click on the manage relationships after this. Right, now click on new. So from table should be USD converter and below table append1. You don't need to do anything. Now you see that custom and custom are updated automatically.
Yeah, there is already relationship between two columns.
हाँ, वो भी मैं दिखाऊंगा. Cancel करना. Just click on the cancel this.
Okay.
You already see that there is one append1 to USD convert the third relationship. Double click on the relationship.
Here it is.
Yeah, double click on this. Do you see what is the relationship between this?
Yeah, same custom. That only reflects.
Many to one.
Many to one. Now change this on the top, put USD converter and then choose append one below. What relationship does it indicate?
One to many.
One to many it is.
Did I tell you the same thing?
Yes.
Now you got to know, understand?
Yes.
Yes.
So now you can click on cancel and then delete all these steps. Now let's delete it properly. Append one. Huh, huh. Now go back to the transform data. And now what you will do is you will go to the USD converter first and then remove the last step, which is added custom. Remove the last step. Right. Go to the append one table. Remove the last step.
What happened here?
हाँ, error तो आएगा क्योंकि we have deleted
Ah,
the
yes,
connectivity.
yes, yes. So here add custom only have to remove or merge queries.
दोनों. You have to remove both.
Yeah. Okay, if we remove in that way, we'll get an error if we open the other sheet. Okay.
Obviously, because you have disturbed the connectivity, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is
now you
equals to the hyperlink of if
ah
the same way we look up karke without we paste if we forward the thing
reference error.
error. Yeah.
Right. So now click on Control S. You can use apply later. That's fine. We can think about it. Don't worry. Right. So now altogether, do we have 22 columns?
Yes.
Are we good so far? So merge query ke bare aapko you got the complete understanding about how the merge query work with a single selections and multiple selections.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you also had a good of understanding about when you do a connectivity between multiple columns, what kind of cardinality it falls under, what kind of cardinality that you can understand, think. You are good at the cardinality also.
Right
Like,
now I understood,
Like
but
practice maybe.
huh?
practice on that. But we understood.
Who stopped you from practicing? That is
Yeah.
what you need to do. No one stops you from practicing. Yes, you need to start practicing it. That's the point. That's true. All right. That's fantastic. Um, so the last step that we are going to do and what is that you're going to achieve? So what with the last step, with the merge query step that you have done right now, what is the column that you have brought?
Custom.
Uh,
Any what is the question?
okay, with this expanded USD converter, from the USD converter, what is that value that you have brought into append one table?
USD value.
Right. Why did we bring the USD value? What is the purpose that we wanted to bring the USD value?
Because we got the currency in the same names, so we don't want to get the error.
Cha, 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 cha. We are completely deviating out of the topic. Why we wanted to bring the USD converter value into the append one table? I have told you this when you're doing this activity, why we are relying on the USD converter value to bring onto the table. Why?
Know the value of each currency.
The value of the value is in the currency. No, I didn't understand.
No, to know the value of each currency.
We have currencies from different continents, correct? In append one table, but we want to convert everything into a dollar.
Yeah.
Is that what our motto is?
Yes, yes.
हाँ, वो तो भूल ही गए आप लोग.
Yeah.
हैं? Go to the
Over.
append one table. So you have got the USD converter value and you also have the local currency of cost for two people. It is given in the local currency. Now, how do you bring a new currency value?
Multiply the USD with the
Good. So for that, what we need to do is create a new column, right? So we'll create a new column and we'll give the column name as USD cost in USD. Let's write cost in USD so that it is easier to identify. Hmm. ठीक है. Now onto this, which column you need to select,
Currency, local currency.
right? Where is the local currency value? It comes from average cost. नहीं नहीं,
Uh,
average cost for two. Yeah, double click on that and then
two.
space. Now you need to do a multiplication. So for that, you just need to do star, give a star, space, which column you want to multiply this value with.
Expand.
Hmm. USD converter one dot to USD, right? Now click OK. Now do you have the values? Change the value to decimal number, the format of the value to the decimal number. So how do you do that?
change the data type.
How do you change the data type to decimal? Now this is in which format? The cost USD column, which is in this is in which format?
Numbers.
Number.
Alphabet is also there.
And
A, B, C.
is it in a number format or is
Yeah.
it in some other format? Joyce, I know
Is it
Lisa didn't have that experience of hands-on. What about you, Joyce?
Sorry, I don't understand. What?
Now I'm asking you which format the data type currency is the cost USD column in which data type it is in right now. Don't play with that, Lisa. Just remove that filter row, please.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just saw why ABC is also coming there.
I'll tell you. Just remove the filter row step, please.
No, I have removed. Acha, this filter row.
Uh,
Till now, I have not added this column. Shall I complete that work?
uh, do it now.
Yeah.
Do it and tell me like what is the data type it is showing. Lisa, if you have understood the very first steps when we have loaded the tables, I have explained this point. When you see this particular data type as ABC123, what data type it is?
1, 2, 3 is number data, number type, and this is alphabetical.
So when it is representing both, what does that mean?
Mean decimal with decimal.
Hmm?
I'm not sure about it.
Okay, let's wait for Joyce to finish that
Yeah,
job and then let her
because
tell.
in first class I was not completely.
That is what I have told now. I mean, when I'm telling this point, I think Joyce could not able to listen. Lisa didn't have the hands-on experience. Joyce had the experience. So Joyce can able to help us.
Yes, I have done now.
Tell me what data type it is then.
I can see the um, number as well as the decimal values.
No, currently right now on the screen, what Lisa is sharing, cost USD, it is in what data type format it is in.
That's why I just saw the filtration. Some alphabets are there, anything else, so might be combined.
Okay, you remember?
It's added something multiplication we have did. Combined data should be. We have multiplied with
Fine. Whenever you see ABC 1, 2, 3 in a particular column, that mean it is in a data type any format. It is in any format. It is neither, okay, either it could be a number or either it could be a text, but it is not purely constraining that, okay, this is into number format. It just says data type as any. Now, if you want to convert that to a decimal number, what you need to do? You click on ABC123. You have an option where you will convert this to a decimal number.
yes.
Select the decimal number.
Yeah.
Now, is it converted to the decimal number? Now, what is that indication that you see on the top there?
One cost
1.2
point two.
Right, 1.2. That indicates that this is in a
decimal format.
good. Now you got an understanding.
Yes.
Very good.
But here
Right.
for the values 80, it is just as a 87. Why it is not like a 87.0 or something? It
Zero
can take.
point. It is 0.0087. Yeah, that is the correct value only. Why it is not 87? Ah,
Have given as a decimal value, right? But it is
that
coming as an integer, no? 348. Why it is not like 348.0?
you want to increase the decimal format.
No, I
No.
want some numbers are shown as whole numbers, no? 87,
Uh,
348.
okay.
Can it be
Unfortunately,
shown?
unfortunately, mathematics demand 1 into 1 is 1. It cannot be 1.0 or 1.01. So even though you convert that into a decimal number, it tells you 1 because it has a decimal, it will give you the decimal. If it doesn't have a decimal, it will not give you the decimal. That's it. Scroll down. I know that, stay here. I know that you are saying the value that you are talking about here, you convert it into decimal number. Decimal number ka matlab, you are expecting 200.0, 300.0, something like that. But here, that there is no scope for the decimal for that particular row. So it is multiplied by 1, it gives you whatever the value it is. Okay. If,
Okay.
if if there is a value, let's say 1 into 200.02, it will give you 200.02. Otherwise around, it will give you only decimal number. Okay, the format, you are changing the data type, you are not doing the format. So that's what I wanted to give you an answer. Format is different, data type is different. Data type, we are saying it could be a decimal number. Okay, click on close and apply. Go to the data type, data
Data.
view. Go to the data view. Where is the data view? Good. Click on the data view. Right. Now you are in the data view and you have selected the append one table. Go to the extreme right hand side. Right. Select the cost USD column. Cost USD column.
Sorry.
Right. Now stay there. Just above that on the top, on the extreme left hand side, do you see the name cost USD?
Yeah.
Below that, what does it say?
Decimal number.
Data type. Data
What
type.
data type is?
Decimal number.
Decimal.
Next to that, do you see something called format?
Yeah.
What does the
General.
format say?
General.
Now select this and change this to either whatever you wish, currency or decimal. Let's put decimal number. Abhi working. Select the decimal number. Right. Now you scroll down. You can use mouse also though, nothing to worry.
I don't have mouse.
Oh, okay. No, no problem. Yeah, drag it then.
Completely down you want me to?
Not completely down. Somewhere you can see where you saw you're asking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do I see a whole number? Though you can see any place where you can see that. Okay, put a filter on one here on the USD dot converted to USD column. Put a filter on one. Click OK. Now what kind of value do you see here on the cost USD now?
Whole numbers.
Whole number.
Oh, decimal number.
Yes.
Lisa G, are
Next
you
call.
okay?
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I just drank water.
Okay. Now you see that it says 20.0 or 20.
20. 20.00.
Now this is a decimal number.
Lisa, please see the next one. Cost USD column.
Here only people are asking me to see. Yeah, it's 20.00 only.
Now this is in decimal number. That is what is your expectation.
Yeah.
My understanding is you guys are okay. You might not be able to. You're not getting the difference between what is a data type and what is a data format. See
Yes.
data type. What I'm saying. Okay, I'll put it in this way.
See,
I'll put it in this.
yes, now we have given the decimal number as a 2, so after the dot it is come 2 digits are there. Is it so?
No, that's
One
where
point.
I'm trying to. No, that's where I'm just trying to give you an example. Just allow me to tell you some example.
Yeah.
When okay, in your team there is a mix of boys and girls. Okay, for example, in your team there is a mix of boys and girls. Okay, are you following?
Yes, yes, Srikant.
Right. When there is a mix of boys and girl, now we will say how many types of genders are there?
2.
When you say how many and what are the what are the gender types?
2. 2 only.
Gender type. What gender types you have?
Male and female.
Male and female, correct? Now
Yeah.
now here data type is something like that. It says either it is a decimal or a whole number or what. So a particular column it indicates like it is asking you how should I treat this column? should I treat this as whole number or decimal number? Like when you say what is the gender type, you are treating only two different types. What is that? Either it could be a male or either it could be a female. That's it. That is only the gender type. But specifically against your name, when you consider either it is a male or female, then you'll select the female, correct? So your name becomes the data value, but the data type of your name will become female. That's a gender type. புரியலையா? அது டேட்டா டைப் ஒன்றும் இல்லைம்மா. நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ண காலம் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த காலம்ல இருக்கிற டேட்டா வந்து எப்படி ட்ரீட் பண்ணணும்ன்றது பவர் பிஐ கேட்கறது. சரியா? நீங்க அந்த அந்த இடத்துல வந்து நீங்க டேட்டா
டெக்ஸ்டா ஆர் நம்பர்.
ஆமா, அது டேட்டா டைப்ல வந்து நீங்க டெக்ஸ்டா இல்ல காலமா இல்ல ஹோல் நம்பரா இல்ல டெசிமல் நம்பரா எப்படி ட்ரீட் பண்ணணும்ன்றத அது கேள்வி. சரியா? ஸோ நீங்க டேட்டா டைப்ல வந்து காஸ்ட் யூஎஸ்டி டெசிமல் நம்பர் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அது மைண்ட்ல வச்சுட்டு ஓகே இந்த இந்த காலம்ல இருக்கிற டேட்டா வந்து டெசிமல் நம்பர் டைப்ல இருக்கணும். ஓகே, இதுக்கப்புறம் ஃபார்மேட்ல ஜெனரல் இருக்கு. ஃபார்மேட்ல கூட நீங்க இது பண்ணணும். ஜெனரலா ட்ரீட் பண்ணலாம், கரன்சியா ட்ரீட் பண்ணலாம், ஹோல் நம்பரா ட்ரீட் பண்ணலாம், டெசிமல் நம்பரா ட்ரீட் பண்ணலாம். சரியா? நீங்க ஃபார்மேட்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கலி இந்த டேட்டா டைப் வந்து நீங்க டெசிமல் நம்பர் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. அந்த டெசிமல் நம்பர் கூட டு ஐ ஹாவ் டு அகெயின் ட்ரீட் தட் ஜென்ரலாவே ட்ரீட் பண்ணணுமா? ஸோ ஜென்ரல் போறது வரைக்கும் எப்படின்னா, நீங்க மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் பண்ணும்போது ஐடியல்லி 1 into 1 is equal to 1 காமிக்கும். பட் ஃபார்மேட்ல ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கலா நீங்க இல்ல ஃபார்மேட் கூட எனக்கு டெசிமல் நம்பர் வேணும் அப்படி நீங்க கொடுத்ததா ஓகே 1 into 1 is equal to 1.00 மட்டும் காமிக்கும். இல்ல நீங்க ஜெனரலா கொடுக்கும்போது 1 மட்டும் காமிக்கும். புரியுதா? ஓ, தமிழ்ல சொன்னதா புரியும். இங்கிலீஷ்ல எவ்வளவு நேரமா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க. அப்படி எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன், இப்படி எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன், சுத்தமா புரியல. லோக்கல் லாங்குவேஜ் பேசும்போது பர்ஃபெக்ட்டா புரிஞ்சிச்சு. எனக்கு பயமா இருக்கும் அப்போ தமிழ்ல பேசும்போது.
இல்ல இல்ல, your Tamil is good. See எவ்வளவு பெரிய complicated question. You made us to understand. No? Your Tamil, உங்க தமிழ் நல்லா இருக்கு.
ரொம்ப நன்றி. Thank you so much. Okay, good. So we'll do one thing. Remove that filter. இல்ல அங்க USD column, whatever the column you have already filtered, right? Screen la. Just clear the filter. Click on clear filter. Good. Save the file and let's do one thing. Let's just go for a break and then regroup by 12:15.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Okay, you guys are back.
No.
Yeah, Lisa. No, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Joy has to come in.
Okay.
Srikanth, in between, if we have any doubt, can we connect you
Uh,
or messaging ping, something like that?
yeah, Prabhas should have created some group for you guys, isn't it?
In WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is there.
Okay, you can post the same thing there. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we are waiting for Joyce, isn't it? Okay, let her
Yeah,
come.
I'll just call her.
No problem. Yeah.
Can we wait for a few more minutes, Shrikant? She's
Yeah.
not attending my call.
Okay.
Yes, we can start now.
Right. So the next step, what we are going to do is, so we have got the, okay, go back to the transform data because I want to still teach few more DAX formulas there. So based on that, we can then kickstart the Power BI session.
Do my screen shared?
Yeah, yeah, you can still keep the screen sharing. It's your golden chance today. So,
Yes.
right. So move to the right hand side.
Screen size will be only this much, or we can make some enlarge. We can do.
Um,
It looks so small.
I mean, this I
Here,
haven't no, this I haven't explored. I also believe that there is nothing like that. Let me check. Mhm.
yeah, a little bit.
Screen इतना बढ़ता ही नहीं है यहाँ पे. So I don't think so you have that option doing it here.
No, I just made this queries unhide and I just drag the query settings towards the query settings screen. So
Okay.
little bit the Excel looks little bit comfortable.
Okay. Yeah. Probably, I mean, for now, there is no such kind of option, but yes, maybe if I really get a chance to give some information about Power BI, I'll definitely make this point because I heard this from people. It could have been much more better. Just say expanding or contracting,
Yeah,
magnifying.
yes. To work
Definitely.
on that, it should be some comfortable partner.
Yeah. I mean, there are some communities where we are connected with. I'll try posting this because even I heard this about it. All right. So if you move to the extreme right hand side, now you could see that you have all the necessary information that needs to be updated. Now, there is a particular column here, if you look at, which says KPI as on.
Yes.
உங்க கண்ணத்துக்கு முன்னாடியே இருக்கு மேடம்.
Yeah.
Yes,
அங்க
yes, yes.
மட்- அங்க அங்க மட்டும் பார்க்க மாட்டாங்க நீங்க. லெஃப்ட்டும் ரைட்டும்
Date,
முதல்ல நான் கேட்கும்
date
போது
is
லெஃப்ட்
given.
சைடு போங்க. ம், சரி.
I'm a left-hander
I mean,
actually. So if you people see me left and right, I'll be in confusion only.
I mean, even I wanted to talk, even but because since this recording will be shared,
Yeah, yeah.
Saket will not be able to understand.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes.
around yes, I wouldn't mind to actually talk and then converse it and then. Anyways, the first thing. So I mean, what you are going to witness here is a date format. Usually, what happens, in when you have a certain dates, uh, the very first thing that comes to our mind that we want to fiddle around with the dates. Like, can I do this? Can I extract this? Can I do that? Can I do this? A lot of options will be coming up. Okay. Don't think that the data is getting loaded too much, but yes, whatever you do right now as a kind of a practice, it will be of more use. So what you're going to learn here, how do you extract dates? Okay, how do you extract the dates? Like out of the date, how do you extract a day? How do you extract a month? How do you extract a year? How do you again form a date? And how you can create some sort of tax formulas like how do I make sure that I can only have the date in a month format or in a different format? So you're going to see all this right now. Now uh, I mean, you will enjoy this, but again, when you are learning, I really want you to keep, uh, your concentration here for one thing, because when you go back and try to apply the data on your real-time data set, you might again get confused about certain options here. Okay, I'll tell you the reason what I'm saying. Now you will witness the same thing. If you go to the transform tab on the top, click on the transform tab on the top. Ah, now select this as on column, KPI as on date column. After you select this, under the transform date, under the transform tab, there is a group called date and time column group. In that you will have an option date option.
So here, where is the group? Yeah, group by.
Yeah,
Where? No, no, I'm
date
not getting you.
date and time column group. You need to look for date and time column group. If yeah,
Yes,
you need to know.
yeah.
சரி group இல்ல group names எங்க இருக்கு மேடம்?
Right side corner.
Group by it is.
அரே group name கேக்குறேன், group by கேட்க மாட்டேன். Group name. Suppose for example transform tab. Okay, now I understood. You are not there on the day one. Transform is a word that it says it is a tab on the top.
Okay.
Down you see the table. There is a table below that. There is a word called table.
Yes.
That is called group name.
Okay.
That's called group. So when I tell the certain option, for example, I will say go to the transform tab and in the table group, look for transpose option. Then how do? You will click on the transform tab, look for the table group name. After that, within that group, you will find the transpose tab
Yes.
option. Purida?
Yeah.
Now, again, I'll repeat another command. Transform tab, go to the transform tab, look for date and time column group.
Date and time column group in transform tab.
Yeah. Date and time
It's
column group.
date and time is I'm getting here only.
Hmm. Lisa, look for the entire data set. Look for the group names. How many group names here you have?
I have date and time column is here. Sorry. நான் என்னோட left ரைட்டுக்கு வரவே இல்லை.
நானும் அதான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன் முதல்ல இருந்து.
So
நாங்க
sorry.
நாங்க சொன்னபோது நீங்க ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா அந்த இடத்துல தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. அந்த
Yeah.
லெஃப்ட்டும் போக மாட்டாங்க இல்ல ரைட்டும் போக மாட்டாங்க நீங்க.
Yes.
என்டையர் ஸ்கிரீன்ல தான் பார்க்கணும் நீங்க.
Yeah. So sorry.
சாரி எனக்கு சொன்னா ஒன்றும் இருக்காது மேடம். ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு எப்படின்னா எனக்கு என்ன தோணுதுன்னா நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது எப்படி ஒர்க் பண்ணுவான்னு மட்டும் அந்த ஸ்டைல் மட்டும் எனக்கு கண்டிப்பா இது இப்போ எனக்கு புரிஞ்சிச்சு. அவ்வளவுதான். குட் தட் ஐ அம் நாட் யுவர் பாஸ். Sorry, kidding. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
it's
don't
okay.
take it so serious.
No, no, no.
All right.
No, I'm the creature who irritates the teacher. Always.
Don't worry, don't worry. Right. So you have the date option there. Okay. So once you click on the date option, you will have lot of options within that, like age. So what is it it is giving you? You can have age, date only, year, month. Now there is the reason why I'm teaching you this. There is a difference between this option, what you see. Suddenly what happens, right? Uh, if you want to extract some date information out of it, okay, from a date, like let's say column name, for instance, the very moment what happens is you will first find where is this option that comes to your mind. Okay, it is in the transform tab. It you will find it here. But what happens here? You're going to see. Choose any option you like from here. Any option. Okay. Right. Very good. So what happened now?
Start from month.
It gave you start of the month, correct?
Yeah.
But what happened? Your original data is gone. Have you observed that?
Yes.
Go to the previous step in the applied step, click on the previous step of it. Applied steps, in the applied steps on the right hand side, applied steps. Go to the previous step.
That is.
Uh, just one step behind. Yeah, just go there. You see what the data you have got? 812, the first row says 812 to 2021 to 22 2021, correct?
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
August 12th, again February 22nd, March 18th, so on. Now, if you go to the next step, what happened? You have selected the start of the month. So
Yes.
select the next one, next step. Then it says August 1st, February 1st, March 1st, automatically it converted.
Mm.
So your original data is gone.
Yeah.
Now you need to make a note. When you use this option of date and the transform data, your original data will be replaced with the value that you're looking out for. Understood? Usually what happens when you have a date column, what you will think of, I need to add a new column and then I want to extract the month name, month start of the month or end of the month or month names or anything. This is what usually the request will be. But Power BI comes up with two different options. One, either the data that you have received, you can replace the original data. That is one of the option. How? By going into the transform route and choosing the date option from the transform group. I mean the transform data tab. Now you can remove the step that you have just applied. Now you get back. Now your original data is retrieved. Now again follow my instructions on the add column tab. Go to the add column tab. Under the add column tab, you have an option from date and time. There is a group called from date and time. Look for the group from date and time,
Yes.
where you have another option called date. Again select this. Now again do the same thing whatever you have selected earlier. Now what happened? Your original data is there. Without disturbing your original data, it added a new column with another information that you are requesting for. You understood?
Yes.
Joyce, any question?
What is the difference between these two? It is start of month in the sense starts from January, isn't it? Is that so?
Difference between two, which two you're talking
The
about?
original data and there's a start of month.
Hmm?
No, start of month in the sense it should start from the January in that way she is asking. If 2020 is there, but it
Hmm.
starts from the 2021 eighth month like that it starts, no?
Okay.
Here
Start of
8
the
is the month name and 12 is the day.
Joyce, மந்த்துக்கும் இயருக்கும் வித்தியாசம் இருக்கா இல்லையா?
இருக்கு.
ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் தி இயர்னு சொன்னா ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் தி இயர்ல டேட் என்ன ஆகும்?
No, start of the month.
அதான்ப்பா ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் த மந்த்துக்கும் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் தி இயருக்கும் டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல. இப்போ நம்ம இங்க வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் த மந்த் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த கேபிஐ ஆஸ் ஆன் காலம் அதில் இருக்கிற டேட்டா வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆகஸ்ட் 12th இஸ் த டேட் in the original date 2021. கரெக்டா? அதோட ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் மந்த் வந்து இட் வில் பிகம் as ஆகஸ்ட் 1st.
Okay.
Okay.
February 22nd இருக்கு. ஸோ ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் த மந்த் என்ன ஆகும்? February 22ndக்கும்
Okay, clear.
First of February.
First of February.
புரிஞ்சிச்சா?
Yeah.
Next first of March.
So இது actually 1 minute. இப்போ வந்து இது வந்து start of the month in the sense we should not see in that column full column. இப்போ for example I'm just putting here a filter. இப்படி பார்க்க கூடாது. It should be come in this way. This is the
புரியல
way.
புரியல
அதாவது
புரியல.
for example இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு நியூ காலம் ஆட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறோம். நியூ காலம் ஆட் பண்ணும்போது அந்த காலம் வந்து இப்படி ஃபில்டர் ஆகல. தட் இஸ் 1 2 3 இப்படி ஃபில்டர் ஆகல.
1 2 3 ஃபில்டர் அப்படி ஆகாது.
இல்ல அப்படிதான் இருக்கு. எஸ். First month, second month, third month, here it is like that only. No, I got
ஐயோ
it. I got it.
ஐயோ ஐயோ.
No,
So
now I
original
got it.
data
So
is like that, isn't it? Original data
no,
அந்த
now I
மாதிரி
got it. இது வந்து actually month wise only what I thought is from the Jan it will start. Otherwise, year ending na March it will start in that way. But when it comes from 8th means here it is 12 of 8th is 8th first. Okay.
ஆப்வியஸ்லி இப்போ நீங்க இருக்கிறது கரண்ட் காலம்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ எந்த மந்த்ல இருக்காங்க நீங்க?
இப்போ ஆகஸ்ட்ல இருக்கிறோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ஆகஸ்ட்.
ஆகஸ்ட்ல.
8
இன்னைக்கு
is August.
இன்னைக்கு
இல்ல
இன்னைக்கு டேட்
நவம்பர்
என்னன்னு கேக்குறேன் மேடம்.
இன்னைக்கு நவம்பர். Today is November. Okay. I thought the first
கரெக்ட்ல
call.
நவம்பர் 30th கரெக்ட்.
Yeah.
நோ நோ. இன்னைக்கு டேட் என்ன? ஐயோ தமிழ்ல கூட பேசக்கூடாதா? தமிழ்ல
பேசலாம்.
தான் கேக்குறேன். இன்னைக்கு என்ன டேட்னு?
இன்னைக்கு 13th of November.
ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் த மந்த் இந்த மந்தோட
First of
இந்த
November.
மாசத்தோட
First of
ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
November.
டேட் என்ன?
First of
அதே
November.
கான்செப்ட். கான்செப்ட்
Okay.
அதே தான். ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் த
Yes.
மந்த்.
Yes.
Prabhas, you need to charge these two guys more, okay? If you are there on the call. Okay. Hello, Saket. Now you
Yeah,
are able
sorry, I'm
to.
back. Yeah. My internet was down, and then I was unable to chat, unable to unmute, and then suddenly I saw the message that service provider server is down for some maintenance, and then now it's back.
Okay. All right.
But I'll
Very
go
good.
through whatever I missed through recording.
Okay. Uh, so we are already in a stage where we
Sure,
have
sure.
added few
No
more
worries.
columns.
Sure.
But yes, you can actually follow the recording. I also have given you some answers there. So yes, you can able to follow that. Okay.
Yeah. Hope recording is in English, not in Tamil. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me.
You will hear this statement from me. I'm explaining in
Sorry.
English because Saket is.
Yeah.
You want, you can check the recording or you can ask these two people also. They will also tell you the same thing. I did it in English only.
Sure. Then fine.
Mm. All right. So now you understood the start of the month concept.
Yes.
Yes.
Where are these two? Okay. So silent. Now you can add the same thing. Select the KPI as on date. Again, select the KPI as on date column. And then again, now start add end of the month also.
Yes, I tried. Okay. I did, it's working.
Okay. Start of the month concept you understand. End of
Yeah.
the month also concept also you should understand. But why
Yes.
am I just asking you to do so that you will be able to understand what exactly? Arararara. Why you are doing all this?
Nothing. Carry on. Sorry, my screen is shared.
Okay. Fine. Let's do one thing. End of the month, you understand the concept then. Start of the month, how you understood end of the month, how it will give you. The end of the month, the date it will give you. Okay.
30, 30 or 31st it will give.
Exactly. So if it is a leap year or non-leap year also, February will be accordingly given. Like it, if it is a leap year, it will give 29. Non-leap year, it will give you 28. Okay.
Oh,
Right. Now you will see instead of the start of the month, the column you give start of the month. Now the question is, can without adding a new column, the same start of the month column should be converted into month name. I want the month names to be extracted. So for example, if it says August 1st, the result should look like August. So how do you do it? I don't want a new column to be added. Start of the month column is there, correct?
mm.
I want the start of the month column to be replaced with month names. So how do I do it?
In Excel, we used to use the formula text MMM.
Select the start of the month
Okay.
column. Go to the transform tab this time. And select the date option here, right? So go to the month. Again, there is something called name of month in the last option. Select that. So now you have got it.
Yeah.
In Excel, you need to write the formulas for everything.
Yeah. Equal
Here,
to.
you don't need to write the formulas like that. You can actually do which are all built-in options,
Yeah.
right? Easier to understand.
Yes.
Good. So now, if you have understood the concept, now can I ask you to do this? Can you add a column that extracts only the year from the date? From as on KPI as on date column, I need to extract only the years. So add a column to extract the year. Show me how you do. Okay, then
No. I'm doing something wrong.
Okay. First thing, that is a good point that you realized. What is the second step? If you're doing a wrong thing, which one you need to do the correct way?
Yeah, that only I'm figuring out. I don't know.
I
To
think
that,
there is only option for year as well,
yes.
where we have extracted the month.
So guide her. How do you do that?
Go to the transform.
Transform. Sorry.
No, no. I'm asking to add a new column.
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
first, I mean, shall we just copy this column, duplicate?
Why you have to
And-
duplicate a copy? Select the KPI as on date.
Okay, yeah,
Click
then go to
add
the
column.
transform.
Okay,
Add
add
column.
column.
Then,
Date.
right.
Select year. Year.
Hmm.
Start of
Only
what
year.
is
Only year.
Right. Now you understand how you can extract it.
yeah.
All I want you to know is the difference between choosing the option transform and add column. Transform will replace the existing column. Add column will clearly add a new column with the data that you requested. Okay,
Understood.
beautiful. Um, just again select the KPI as on. Okay, if you go to the date, right. So you also have an options where you can extract the age or you can only extract the date, but the date only option is not required because you already have the dates. Where the date only option will be useful when you have a certain data that you have downloaded from any of the ERP systems. Okay, where you might find the difficulty that you have both the date and time put together in a single column. For example, in that case, you want to extract only the dates. Then you can use this date only option. Okay. Similarly, you have for year, month, and you can also extract quarter. You can also extract weeks. You can also extract days. Okay. You have multiple options here where you can play around with the simple date. So these are all the date options that you'll have. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So now you can do one thing. You can just click on the home tab and then click on close and apply. Since we are doing only or playing around with the append one table, so when you click on the close and apply, you can see only the append one table is actually loaded. Remaining tables are just the same. Now go to the report view. Report view.
Uh, where is the report view?
Just above the data view.
This one. Okay.
So this is called your report view. Okay. Now on the report view, what you are going to see here is you are having, this is your Power BI screen, a complete Power BI screen. Okay. Now for a moment, what I'll do, I will share my screen. So you can just follow my screen and then you can do it. And then you can share your screen and you can do it.
So just before that, the close and apply, right?
Right?
So whatever changes we have done for month and year, so those
Mhm.
changes saved there or it's not?
It's saved. It is automatically onto the Power BI screen. If you want, you can, I'll tell you why. I haven't done anything on my screen, so you will not see anything.
Mhm.
But probably I can show you where you will find that.
No, so earlier my question was the same, like whenever we are doing close and apply, so whatever we are doing the change in column or adding any column, so that's getting saved, right?
Saved in the sense that is
Mhm.
reflecting onto the Power BI screen. but the file is not saved.
Okay, file is not saved, but the changes will apply to the
Changes will apply to the Power
spreadsheet.
BI screen. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Right. So if you observe what happens, okay. If you observe what happens here in the field section, okay, under the consolidated, when I expand this, you will see whatever the dates you have added, right? Every column will appear here. Now, it has been done on Lisa's screen, so she should be able to see under the consolidated. When she expands, she will see all the information that she have added. Okay. Is it okay, Saket?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Anyways, you will again see Lisa's screen today. Then you can just take a look at that. I'll tell you. So for now, let's start with this. So this is your complete Power BI screen. Okay. Now on the Power BI screen, what is it again you're going to see is, let's start doing some visualizations today, a bit of visualization. So you'll get a hands-on experience about or the hang about the Power BI. So today, in this case, when we are doing this method, uh, again, as I told you, the options that I talk about remains the same. Like when I say the tab keys, these are the tab keys: home, insert, modeling, view, and within each of the tab, you'll again see again the group names. These are the group names, which is clipboard, data, queries. These are the group name. Within that, you're going to see the options. Okay. And especially when we're talking about the views, this is a report view, this is a data view, and this is a model view. We did understand about the model view, and we also see the data view, and now we are going to look at the report view. On the report view, what is that you are going to see is on the right hand side of the view, this portion. Okay, this is called canvas. This place is a place where you are going to build your reports or like your visualizations. And where do you build the visualizations? You will find the visualizations onto the right hand side, and these are all called visualizations. Okay. And along with that, what you're also going to see is on the right hand side. So when I say a visualization, the terminology from now on going to what we are going to use on the Power BI is um, visualization. So on the visualizations, you are going to look at every visual. So for each of the visual to work, it needs some data. So where does the data come from? Data comes from the field section. So based upon whatever the data that you are bringing onto the canvas, based on the data, the visual will work. This is what the Power BI will work on. So now let's experience and start doing the same thing. On the canvas, canvas works in the similar way how your Excel file also work. Okay. So for example, I want to give a name to this canvas. So where do I give a name? It says page one, right? So the terminology that we use in the Power BI is page. In Excel, we say sheets, we say here pages. Okay. So I'm going to rename this page as home page and press enter. So I have got the home page now. Okay. Then the next step. So do not do anything on your screen. Just watch my screen for a moment. And once after I complete and I'll allow you and I'll give you time to do it. So then you guys will do it. So on the page, home page right now, what we are going to do is I'm going to bring certain data here. Okay. First thing what I'm going to do is to bring, I have country master.country. So this is a place where in the consolidated data, so which means if you go to the data view and then see, when I select the consolidated table, you will see there is a column that we have added on the morning, today morning, right? So which has got the country names. These are the country names. So we are going to bring the country name. So for a moment, if you look at the country names here, each of the country name that says like Australia, Brazil, Canada, India, Indonesia, all these are the proper names that you have got, right? So all these proper names, when you what I meant to say, when you pick up one of the name, let's say Qatar or Singapore, and go to Google, what happens? The moment you give the name, you'll see certain data links. You have chosen any one of the country name. Then you will also see that it will automatically show you a map visual also. Similarly, what Power BI does, any column, either it is any column, in that particular column, if you give any particular name that can be detected by Google as a map, okay, it will automatically convert to your data into a map visual. How? So now we are going to witness this. So watch my screen carefully. I am going under the field section. Under the field section, the consolidated table, I am going to click on country master. So I'm going to select this country master and then drag this slowly onto the left hand side. The moment I drag it onto the left hand side onto the canvas, now you will witness that the data that we already have given, okay, it is converted into a country, into a world map. So now you can see the data that you already have witnessed. For example, if you can see the bubbles here. So when I hover my mouse on the bubbles, you can see that these are coming up in a different way. Let's say Canada, and then you have United States. This is Brazil, and this is India, Sri Lanka, Australia. I mean, this is Australia, right? And again, this is Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. You can see all the bubbles have been highlighted here. So this is how the visual comes in a Power BI. And this is visualization. When I select the visualization, you can also see under the visualizations group, you can see that the world map is automatically selected. So this is a map view. The visualization that you are seeing on the screen, this is called map view. Now, if you want to give a different uh, colors to different countries, you can also do this way. The moment once I select the visualizations, you will see under the visualization tab, there are certain options open. One is location. Under the location, you are going to see whatever the country details that you have brought in. Then when I scroll down, you have got legends. If you want a different color for each of the country, then you also need to drag the country master on, onto the legend screen. So when I click on the legend, you will see for each of the country, there is a different color given, right? Now you do it on your screen and then let me know. Probably what I'll do, I'll again stop it here. Um, Lisa, you can share your screen and
Yes.
then we will see. First thing, let's clarify what Saket wants to know. Then you will also see there, do this activity. Meanwhile, Joyce can do it and then see if she can able to work on. So go to the append one table, expand that append one table. There is an arrow before the append one, right?
Yeah.
Just click on that arrow. Right. Scroll down. Saket, now you're able to see all this information. Scroll down, madam.
Yes, I can.
So you see the start of the month, year and everything.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Um, Lisa, now you can build the visualization like whatever I just have thought.
Yeah. So I had to just drag the current country master to the screen
Can
here.
onto the canvas. Yeah, drag it. Okay. Now, if you now this is a good example. That's fine. We can just look at that. So if you happen to see like this, okay, if you happen to see this error message, what does it say? The map and field map visuals are disabled. So initially, if it works in like that, all you need to do is go to the file option on the top, go to the file tab, right? And then now go to the options and settings. Click on the options. Now you will see one screen here. And you have the security. There is an option called the security. And within the security on the right hand side, if you scroll down, you will see different options. Yeah, keep scrolling down. Right, there is an option here, map and field map visuals. It says use map and field map visual, right? That is unchecked. So you need to check this and then again click on OK. Now remove this and then again drag it. Just remove this.
Remove.
Yeah, delete. Click on just delete. Right. Now you again drag it. Right. Now you see the visual added. You can click on the filters button so that it will go off. The screen will go off. It looks much more better. You can and collapse it. Yeah, that's good. So now you can see it much more bigger. So again, if you drag the country master onto the legend area under the below, you will see the colors in a different way.
You are asking me to drag once again the country master.
First
And
thing you need, no. First thing, select the visual, map visual.
yeah.
Array, no baba. Select, delete this. You have built already on the canvas. I want you to select it, right? It is in the selection mode.
Okay.
After, once you are in the selection mode, you will see the options like location, legend, latitude
Yes,
on
here.
the right
Yes.
hand side, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, can you
Yes.
please remove that map on the top? It is not being highlighted. Just make it smaller to see the other one. Select on the border of the visual and then drag it.
More smaller you want.
Remove the background. Yeah. Delete it. Right. Now you can set this up. Now you are in the selection mode, right?
Yeah.
Drag the country master onto the legend.
This is called the legend, no? This part.
No, that part is not called legend.
Here it is legend, okay.
Yeah, bring that legend.
Fine.
So now do you see different colors for different
Yes.
countries?
Yeah.
Joyce, you're able to do it till here?
Yes, yes, it's done.
And we can try the other map systems also.
Which one you want to try?
No, I'll try everything. Today I'll sit and try all the things. How it comes, how it looks. This is just like forecasting, weather forecasting.
No, it's not a weather forecast, but anyways, yeah, good, you
No,
can do
it
it.
looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah. Saket, are you like you have the system or you have just joined through mobile or anything?
No, I have system. I'm on desktop. I'm just I could able to follow it, but I don't have the similar data, so I'm unable to do it. But I'll do.
No, you should be having the append one data. Oh, okay. Right. No, got it. Yeah, you didn't have that, I know.
Yeah, but I can follow it. I
Okay,
understand.
good.
I'm taking notes, so probably I'll do.
Okay. Joyce, how about you?
Yes, it's done.
Okay, cool. All right. So now again, I'll share my screen back for From now on, you can follow whatever am I doing. So first watch my screen, and after that you are going to apply the same thing back. Okay. So now I have got my visual. As I told you, just adding the visual makes sense to me. No, I also need to do some more options here. Okay. So let's now look at one by one. What are the different options that I have? As I told you, that this is a representation that you are getting onto the screen. The moment wherever any data that can be identified by the bingo map, by Microsoft Bing, okay, here, that it will automatically transform into a map visual. If you don't want this to be a map visual, you can change to the visual. Yes, you can change, but you can see those later, not now. Okay. Now let's look at one more thing. I'm going to add one more statistics here. What is a statistic? In the consolidated data, apart from all the things, I also have something called the restaurant ID. Okay, I have the restaurant ID. What I am trying to do here right now is I'm going to bring the restaurant ID onto this canvas. So I'm going to select the restaurant ID and then slowly drag below the map, not on the map, below the map. When I drop onto the map, okay, you can see that the restaurant ID is been shown on the canvas. But do you see what is the restaurant ID? What is the data type of the restaurant ID in our database? If you want, you can refer the data and then you can see what is the restaurant ID, in which format the restaurant ID is in.
Number.
Text.
Is it a text or a number?
I see it in text.
Good. It is in the text format. As I told you, if you want to see how it is, which data type format or which data type it is, you can always refer to the top, this place. It says text. Your restaurant ID, although you are seeing numbers within that, the data is considered as a text format, not as a number format. So it is in the text format. You understood, Lisa? Silent. So which means you didn't understand.
Yes, yes.
Lisa is, I don't see, is she there?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, good observation. She isn't there. Okay, she got dropped. Okay, let her. Okay, okay. Let's wait for her for 5 minutes. I think she's trying to join.
She chatted on WhatsApp. Can anyone pull me on call? How to pull? I mean, can you
Okay. Wait. Ask her to just again.
click on the link and
Yeah,
yeah.
close it and link. Click on the link one more time.
We chatted. Let's see.
I told her, Shrikant, she is trying now.
Okay. There she is.
What happened? Do only for me or everyone?
Only for you, Lisa.
Oh
I
my
think your
God.
internet connection got reset.
Oh, oh. To be.
Okay. These things happen. I know. All right. So what we are talking about here is the restaurant ID. So although the restaurant ID, you see these are in the numbers here, the data type, it is not considering them as a number format. Rather, the data type is still considered as a text format. It is in the data type is in the text format. So because of that, what I wanted to tell you here is the moment when you see a particular column having the data, matlab, when you are looking with your eyes, you can see it is in the number, but the application is considering it as a text format. So when you do that, what happens? Any data that you bring from the fields to your canvas, it will show the visual in a table format. So because, which means if I select this, matlab, if when you look at this, under the visualization, the table is highlighted. So which means it is shown in the table format. Okay. But I don't want this visual to be in a table. Now I'm going to use a new visual called card, card visual. Okay. There is a visual by name called card. Where do you see the card visual? Fourth row, fourth column here, card. Okay. I can see the card visual here, fourth row, fourth column. And I'm going to select this table here. I mean the restaurant ID, which I have already dragged on the canvas, and select on the card. So the moment once I select the card, you can see there is a number which is shown here on the screen. But is this the right one? No. A reason, if you observe that it says the first restaurant ID. The moment when I change the restaurant ID on the canvas to the card visual, the first number it is shown. But is this what I'm looking out for? No, I want to see the total restaurant IDs. So for that, what I am doing, I'm still on the selection of the card. And this time you could see under the visual section, the fields, it shows first restaurant ID and there is a drop down. So I'll select the drop down and I'm using an option called the count distinct. The moment once I click on the count distinct, I could see that there is a number called 9550. And this is what my expectation is, to show that there are total number of restaurant IDs 9550. So for now, I'm just going to reduce this and then leave it this here. Right. Now just save, apply the same thing on your screens and then let me know if you're able to do. Is it done?
Yes, it's done.
Okay. How about you, Lisa? You did?
No, I'm just. My keys are not working here.
Uh-oh. All right, let me know once you are ready. I can move to the next one.
Yes, I have done.
Right, finally. All right. So now what we are going to do is you have got, now let's look at, so from now on, what we are going to do is let's work more on the visualization. Okay. And let's also work on the card visualization, what we have brought. Now, first thing, let me show you why did we do this activity. If you have understood and then done this very perfectly, like whatever we have done so far right now, if you have done this very clearly, then what is that you are going to see? Select any one of the bubble on the top. The moment you select the bubble, you should see there is a change that is going to happen on your card. Is it happening?
Yes.
Right. It is happening because if you remember the concept that I have spoken in the morning, you remember the merge queries that you have done, the VLOOKUP.
Yeah.
Because of that, this is working. If you want to come out of this place, matlab, if you want to reset the data back, simply select on any place outside the bubbles. You will see the number back.
Country master with country.
Hmm?
So what and all we have unconnected. It is. Yeah.
You didn't remove the concatenation?
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. I'm just search. I'm just saying how the numbers are changing if I go and click to the,
Okay.
and when I just click here, it appears as a.
All right. Anyways, you are going to look more information here. Right.
Good
So
practice.
now what I'll do is I'm going to select the map visual again. I'm going to select the map visual. Now, so far what you have done is you have just built the visualization, but you haven't done any formatting. Usually what happens when you bring any one of the data from, uh, like let's say when you create a chart in an Excel workbook, what is that you do usually? Initially, you'll create the chart and then keep it. Then you will start creating some formatting on that. Like what? Uh, Probably you will increase the data level, or you will set right the axis, grid lines, all this stuff that you do. Correct? Similarly, on the map visual, what does the Power BI offers you in terms of formatting? That is what you are going to witness. So for that, what we are doing, select the map visual, and this time under the build visual, you have this add visual data your visual. This is where you have added the data. Next to that, there is something called format. So you will select the format your visual. So remember from now on, any visual that you are talking about, any visual, either map, card, chart, or bar chart, cluster chart, whatever the things that you are using. Whenever you are using such kind of any format, any visual, the formatting visual options will differ based upon the visual that you have selected. But the options that you see here, few options remain same. For instance, the moment you create a visual and then go to your format visual, you are going to see the visual and general and two different tabs. So we are talking about the visual. So let's see what is that on the map setting. On the map setting, the first thing you are going to see the style. So the one right now you see, this is called the road style. There is an option where you can choose Arial. This is how your Arial looks like, or you can use a dark theme, or again you can use a light theme, or you can use a grayscale, or the other one what you saw is a road. So whatever the style that you wanted to bring, you can bring on the map. Okay. Then apart from this, what else I need to see? You can click on the show labels. The labels will be okay, fine. And then you also have the control. So control ke bare, if you look at, there is nothing that you need to work around or think about. So just you will witness these controls in the later stage. And the legends, you already see you have the legend here. So the position again, you want to bring it left, right, stacked, anything like this you wanted to showcase, or like this you wanted to see. You can show anything, whatever you like, on the legends. You can use these options wherein it will look nice. Whatever you feel looks good, you can use it that way. Okay. This is on the legend side. And again, on the text of the legend, then again, when I say text of the legend, this is what the text. You want to change the font of this? Yes, you can change the font. Usually I'll use Calibri. And I can just keep it this way. And if you want, you can change the color here like this. Okay. Like whatever you wanted to do, you can just do it. And then titles are on. So I'm just switching off the title for a moment. And bubble. And you want the size of the bubble to be increased or decreased. This is a place where you will see. You can increase or decrease the bubble like this. Again, colors, you want to change a different color for each of the continent. You can use it also through this place. Only if you want. Otherwise, around not required. And you want to switch on the category labels. You can switch on the category labels like this. And then you can actually switch off the legend if you want. So you'll have a legend like this. So you can switch off your legend and you can increase your category labels. And even on the category label, you will also see options where you can change, like the background of this, you can keep it red. uh, Background to white, and you can keep it red like this. So this is how you can just do a visualization in terms of like whatever the best options that you want to do. And maybe if you want to remove that Atlantic Ocean, South America, all this aside, as I told you that, you can remove that from your controls. sorry, the control on the style, right? So try doing it. Probably I would say play around with this and then see if you are able to see all these options and then you are able to do something like give a colorful look to your data. So Lisa, you are not able to do it, right?
No,
Some,
I'm doing.
oh, you are
I
able to.
yeah, yeah. My I just added my new keypad with that, and I'm doing.
Okay.
Srikanth, actually, last week I was not there, so what I have not done, I have prepared that for this week, and we did a practice. The same way, any other things, can you give us some data so that for this week we can sit and prepare?
Um, is that what you were asking me to do, like a homework or ex home
Of
exercise?
course, of course, of course. Because what I thought is I'll take my office report, which I'm not able to do, and I can convert in this format, and I can show the magic to my manager. I thought like that.
And then why you are not able to do?
My manager doesn't have Power BI.
He doesn't like Power BI.
No, he doesn't have. But we
Oh, he
anyway,
doesn't have Power BI.
he
That's
doesn't.
okay. That's okay. Fine. Even though he doesn't have the Power BI,
Uh,
what right now you can do is you can just build the report.
uh,
Probably you can take a snapshot and then show him. So this is how the flavor looks like. And let him, if he is really interested to see that, then he will automatically get the Power BI install and then obviously
yeah,
you can
by
share the report.
Jan end, we are going to start up with Power BI only.
Okay.
So that is good idea what you have said now by taking the screenshot, and I can present. I can show the presents.
Yeah, that makes sense more because that's the best way that, um, that is how you can start marketing to your manager. Then he will be more interested.
All my views will reflect in this way.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I'm expecting that if you really experiment with your data, I would really feel very happy.
No, I'm
That
going
becomes
to
your
do that.
homework,
I said, you know, how I mischievous. I do everything in extreme. I'm going to do that anyway.
right? That will be the best thing that I will get the moment once you do it and then you're able to achieve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll let us see. Anyway, after 5:30, it's free time, and it's
Okay.
creates a very good magic
Okay.
because only slices, pivot, and only that shows my PPTs, hyperlink. The only that part we are enjoying. No, this is super wow factor. This is comparatively.
Okay. Joyce, were you able to do anything?
Yes,
Okay.
just trying with the options.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. So if you are playing around with the options and then the options that you have got, yes, you can also do that. As I told you that, the other last things that you are going to see on that, on the format visual, again, on the generals. Okay. So general, usually what happens, you don't need to look back at all these options that you have got. Okay. You don't need to look for all the options. What is priority and important, I'll tell you. Properties, you can ignore it. What properties actually does have, when you select the graph and then again you move the right graph here and there, right? You are adjusting the height and width of it. So that is what you are going to see on the properties. Okay. And the title. So when I talk about the title, you have an option here. This is automatically giving you the title in this spot. Okay. But if you want, you can change the text here. Let's say, for example, I will just mention worldwide locations and I press enter. Now you could see the worldwide locations is updated. So for each and everything, you will have an option where you can change the font, color, everything. Okay. So again, I can change the font to the Calibri. I'll make it bold. I'll keep the text color red in color. And in the background, I'll just leave it as it is. And you want, you can make an horizontal alignment or left alignment, everything, but we will see those options again back. And usually I don't give any effects or anything on this because effects will keep killing your creativity. Too much of the effects will not be so great. So that's one of the reason where right now you don't need to actually look for that. But yes, if you want to give a border, like a visual border, so you can give the visual border here. So when I switch on the border here, it will ask me which kind of color that you are looking out for. Let's say I'm using a red color and I can keep a rounded corner like this. So when I say about the rounded corner, you will experience that like this. You see, this is a rounded corner. So again, just go and play around with the options that you have got and how it works in, you will see. So usually titles are the main thing, and usually I give the border effects. That's one of the reason why I usually use this effect. And remaining things like header icons and everything, so you can ignore it for now. You don't need to worry about that because this doesn't add a value more onto this. Tooltips also not required. We will learn this in different stages. But yes, for the visual that you have brought in, you can, this is what you can do. Now the same visual, what you have done is you have done witnessed a lot of options here. This is according to the map. Now similarly, you have got the card here. On the card, what you have to do is, if you go to your format visual, you will also, again, this time you will see a lot options, but there are less options here, not like map settings. So you can witness whatever the options you will see. When I say the call out value is nothing but the 9550 value. So you can change the value of this and you can make it bold in color. And if you want, you can make it red in color. And the display units will be auto and value decimal points. Like if you want to increase or decrease the font size, yes, we are going to do all this again sooner. So I'm not looking at this. I changed the call out value and the category label of I'm going to switch off the category label. What will happen on the category label? You can see the count of the restaurant ID, what you see here. When I switch off the category label, it is gone. Yes, I want to remove that. I want to again write the title instead of category label. So I'll go to the title screen and then mention here like total restaurants. And then I'm going to change this to Calibri and bold and of course underline and text color. I'll leave the same thing. I'll make it horizontal alignment. And with this, I could see my data is updated for the card. I'm just going to decrease this, keep it like this. And now this is what I have done so far. and I give Control S. I'll give you time to play around. Just play around with this. Now, the moment once I select any one of the bubble from the top, you will see, the total restaurants. Now, this gives you the proper flavor of doing like what exactly the number denotes. Let me know once you have done this. Then I will go into the next one.
Yes, it's done.
Okay. All right. Now what you're going to do is a simple thing. I'll go to the fields. I'll again from the consolidated. I'm going to add one more. So I have brought the restaurant title. Now the second part, what I need to thought, what I thought to.
Your voice is not clear.
Sorry. Am I clear now?
Yes.
All right. So the next thing, what you guys have to do, you remember that concept what you have added, the cost in USD, the cost USD column you have added.
Yes.
Okay, let me do one thing. Just share me your screen for a minute.
Somebody can. I'm not able to share here. It is popping me back.
Okay, what is happening? Saket lost access. Fine. Lisa.
Joy, can you share your screen?
Yes.
Very good. Right. So you remember that you have added the cost USD column on the
Yes.
right hand side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring that cost USD onto the canvas. Huh. Now you witness that the moment once you see this data which is cost USD getting added onto the screen, again on the right hand side under the field section before the cost USD, you can see that there is a sigma symbol, isn't it?
Yes.
What sigma symbol does actually indicate that the data is in the number format. That's the first thing. The second thing, it is in a summary format. Okay. Whenever you see the sigma symbol, that means in exactly it is in the summary format. Okay. But will that affect you? No, it is not going to affect you. It is just an indication. So now what you are going to do is, since already the visual on the canvas has been selected, now you will change the visual to card visual. So change this to card visual. Fantastic. After you do this change to the card visual, I actually want to know the average cost of the USD, but not the exact sum. So how do you change that? You are going to go to the fields, select this, and then click on the average. Now you got the number as 10.802,
Yes.
right? Now, do you have to again follow all the formats that you have applied for the previous card? No, not required. How you can adjust it? Select the previous card, previous one, and you see on the home tab under the clipboard group, there is a option format painter.
Yeah.
Select the format painter and then apply it to the next one. Now your format is perfect. All you need to do is to go to the apply format visuals. Select the,
Okay.
leave it here. Next to the build visual, there is a format your visual, right? Select the format visual under the visualizations tab. Right. Go to the general here directly. Yes. You just need to give the title. That's it. Average cost of the product. Average cost in USD. Just mention average cost in USD. AVG cost in USD. AVG dot.
What USD?
Uh, you can give space between cost, AVG and cost. Yeah. Cost के बाद भी space दे सकते हैं. You don't need to give.
Okay.
Right. So that's more than enough. You don't need to actually invest your time or do anything. Only thing is to adjust your visual to the previous visual. That's all. Now
Okay.
your formatting, everything is perfect. You can align it so that you will see the red lines, like how in the PPT does. You will see the same thing. Reduce the height. Reduce the height. Drag it from the down. नहीं ऊपर वाला तो ठीक है.
From down.
हाँ, from down you drag it to the up bit. Now it is in the proper format. Now you can just move it to right hand side little. No, don't drag it. Move the visual. Just like, just select it. With your mouse. Very good, very good. That is how you can do it. Now you got this. Now, is this okay? It says average cost USD, the heading says, and it said 10.82. But don't you think that that dollar symbol should also be an added opportunity or added advantage for us?
Yes, yes.
So how do you do that? Go to the data type, go to the data view. Now look for this column cost USD,
Yeah.
right? Select this column, and on the top you see that, no, on the top you see the format is there.
Yes.
Before that, change that to currency. And then once you do that, just below that there is something called auto.
Yes.
Put the decimals to 2, right? And now you go back to the report view. Once you do this, click on the report view.
Yeah.
Now, do you see the dollar symbol
Yes.
10.82 here?
Yes. Yes.
And again, just select one of the bubble. Now you will see all the values together gets changed. Now you know how the statistics looks like, how easy it looks like. Select anywhere outside the bubble, then you will see the complete data again back. Right, save the file till here. Lisa, where were you till caught up, like till what step
I
that you have done?
I'm just trying that dollar symbol right now.
Okay, good, fantastic. Done. Sorry, done.
Yes, done.
Okay, good. So let's do one thing. I'll again save the file and then keep it aside. You don't touch anything. Now, let's just look at recap of what you guys have done since morning. Uh, with the data already that you have loaded. So today you have just learned, you had started the session with the merge query, right? Which is exactly like the VLOOKUP, what you guys have done, right? On the VLOOKUP, instead of performing the VLOOKUP on the Excel, you are performing the same thing onto the merge query. So using the merge query, you have brought the information from different table to your append one table and started loading a lot of information. Now that you also have learned in the merge query, how do you do multiple columns selection? Based on multiple column selection also, how do you bring the data? That is the second part. Third, you have learned how do you add a column and do a simple multiplication by again multiplying the or converting the complete value to a dollar value. Post which, again, you have added one more column and you understood the difference between the option that you use from the transform data and the option that you are going to use from the add column, which is a date option. Date option from the transform data will replace your original data, but the date option from your add column will actually add a new column and then give you the results out in that. So after you have done everything, then you came to the Power BI screen. On a nutshell, that again you have brought the visualization. So on the visualization, what I have just mentioned very clearly, that the data that you bring onto the visualization, if there is any data that can be auto detected by the maps, the data will automatically give you the visualization in the map by default. Just in case if you don't remember, or let's say there is an error message that says the maps are not able to get loaded, then you'll go to the file tab, and then from the file tab, again you'll go to the options, and again in the options you are going to click on the security, and then you are going to check the map and fill. So after that you have loaded the map, and then you saw the how do you change the settings of the map, and how do you bring the data. So how the bubbles can be controlled, how you can format your bubbles, how you can format the legend. All these are the different options that you have learned on the map visualization. So you also have learned the card visualization that it is updated. So today you have learned both the map visual and the card visual. Okay. So we are going to again see on the next coming sessions, what you're going to learn is on the current cards that you have brought in, the data that you brought, you're doing a direct method. You will see another method called indirect method, how you can do an indirect method also. And once that is completed, then you are going to see the hierarchy. And after the hierarchy is completed, then you will work on the slicer. Now the slicers on Power BI will be a bit more better way than what you have experience in Excel. Like it is the same thing, functionality, but you will see a bit of different arrangements here. Okay. And then what else you will also see, how do you load some images and then give some action points on the images. And these are the topics that we'll cover on the next session. So with that, you will have independently a complete page created. Then next thing, we are going to see all the visualizations, each one of the visualization with the data that you will be having. So with that, you will have a more hands-on experience in terms of how you can look at a visual, how the visual looks like. So that becomes your refer point. Okay. Meanwhile, if you want to do some R&D on that, do it. Then let me know. Otherwise, yes, we are going to continue the session in this module in this way. Okay. Um, so are you guys good so far? I know your internet connection is going here and there. I think right now it's on, yeah. So it's Lisa and Joyce. So you guys are good so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you are having a great learning and you are having a week. So do not get relaxed. Try to again practice it again and again. Try
Yes.
going back and applying with your data. Try to build your own report and then see if you have any questions, you can let me know also.
Sure.
I hope the pace and everything is again fine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Then
Yes.
let's draw a line here and I'll give you the 10 minutes back. Go back and then have your lunch and everything. Just enjoy the rest of the day. Okay.
Thank you.
Romba Nandri. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
All right. Happy weekend then. Bye bye.
Yeah. Okay.